Okay, that's looking much better than it was yesterday. Oh, hopefully this is a good day. Hello everyone, Artemu the Violet Wizard here, and today we're continuing Stardew Valley, and hopefully this session doesn't crap out on us like the one I attempted yesterday. Last time, we saw some nice improvements to the farm by upgrading our coop as well as attending the Stardew Valley Fair and getting to see what we could do during, honestly, one of the best holidays in this game. We still got quite a few more days to go in order to finish up the season of fall. So, how about we get right back into it? It's definitely a lot of stuff we are going to be covering, and just give me a second here. I remember I messed around a little with this last time. Yeah, put that as far as zoomed out as we can would be nice. This is going to be a very good session. Hopefully, as long as my internet doesn't crap out on us like last time. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of things we're going to be going over. But at the same time, this is going to be a pretty breezy stream, all things considered, because of the stuff we have to go over. It's probably not going to take a whole lot of time. So, the remaining days for us here, since we don't really have any big harvest to do for the remainder of this season, is we're mainly going to be focusing on resource gathering and preparing the farm for the next season, which will be winter, which has its own set of challenges for us, as we will see in the future. So, I am hoping for a pretty relaxed stream, all things considered. That one plant there, I'm thinking that might actually be that might be a chance of us having another artichoke, which is kind of weird to have growing around this time, but whatever. See, as we're finishing up fall, this is going to be very cool. It's definitely a season that I have a lot of attachment to here in Stardew Valley. Definitely one of the most lucrative days when it comes to making a lot of money. I definitely really like the color palette here. Definitely like a lot of the holidays. It's just a fantastic time in the game. I actually do want to save one of our honey jars, because that might be useful for something in the future. So we got our coop upgraded now, so things are a lot bigger, and we also have an incubator, which will be very helpful in the future. Meanwhile, our barn still needs to be upgraded, but we will get on that fairly soon. Don't have to worry too much about hay for the time being, because our animals will be feasting on all this grass. It's actually kind of hard to see over here. Probably try to clear things out as the sessions continue. And our catfish pond is doing alright. And I believe last time one of the things I did was try to get a certain thing. I want to check and see if I actually have this somewhere around here. Yep, we have a sturgeon that we bought from the traveling merchant. So one of the things I want to do is take our fishing rod, and we are going to essentially reset the fishing pond. All I have to do is put the fishing rod in there in order to fish up all the fish that you have. and that will set the population to 0. And in order to reset the pond so it's back to being blank, you just have to hit that. I mean, that was pretty good. Our catfish definitely lasted quite a while. But we are getting rid of those guys, because the main fish we want to get, now that we've actually sold regular roe and the aged roe, what I want for the fish pond is to put the sturgeon in there. Above all else, the sturgeon is one of the best fish to put in a fish pond. There are other good choices, but you'll definitely want the sturgeon. So, starting off, the population can only fit 1 sturgeon. We're going to have to wait a while before we are actually able to increase their population. But, trust me, this is a very wise investment. Okay, we can store that brown egg for the time being in the fridge. And the milk, I guess we could sell. Definitely sometime soon I want to try to make another cheese press and a mayonnaise machine, but those cost resources. Now, the main thing I want to do is, as we can see in our recipe, one of the new machines that we were able to grab from the last session from reaching farming level 8 is the keg. This is one of the best machines you can have on the farm. So the keg is able to process most of the crops you're able to find into a variety of different things. Wow, we have a lot of blackberries in storage. Should probably take some of those out and sell them. So we'll like keep one in there for later. But yeah, the keg is a very good machine. It's able to turn vegetables into juice, which sells for all right amount. It can turn wheat that's grown on the farm into beer. Hops, when put in the keg, is able to make a pale ale, which, if we remember from one of our quests we received much earlier in the year from Pam, we need to make a pale ale for her. So, all throughout the season of summer, I highly recommend growing as many hops as you can in order to have enough in order to make those, because they make a really good amount of money from that. What you'd also like to put in the keg is honey, which can be made into mead, and from the remaining things you can make, so the coffee beans that we've actually been accumulating over the course of this game as well. If you have 5 coffee beans, you can put them in a keg and it will make a cup of coffee, which is definitely one of the more useful items you're able to make in the keg, as the coffee will give you a boost to your speed temporarily, and that is very useful for a lot of reasons. Just the increased speed is really helpful. I definitely like to brew a couple cups of coffee just so you're able to get tasks done in a very short amount of time. But the main thing that you'll want for the keg is... Alright, it's closed on Wednesdays. I was thinking we could grow a couple more seeds before the end of this season, so we're gonna have to stop by Joja Mart. But the main thing that you'll want the keg for is for fruit. Because when fruit is put in the keg, it will make wine. And wine is easily one of the most lucrative ways to make money in the game, especially once we manage to acquire certain other things. So yeah. As we get farther and farther into this game, we will really be seeing the benefits of the keg. It's easily one of the best machines on the farm. So pretty much anything you put in there will be made into something even better. You can convert your vegetables into juice, and convert all the hops into the pale ale. It's just a very, very lucrative way to make money off of the various things you make on the farm. Alright, let's get all these seeds we bought planted. So So we want another good harvest before the end of this season. But with the remaining time we have, we're not able to grow a whole lot. So I wanted to settle for a few smaller plants, try to increase the number of harvests we're able to get. That'll be very lucrative. Okay, so I'm thinking for the rest of this day, what I'm going to do is head into the mine and see if we can acquire an emerald, as we need that in order to accomplish this mission we got from Emily. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about these missions expiring, because we will eventually get this mission again should we fail to complete it. I'll just look at Linus just going all throughout there. So probably should have brought some food with me into the mine, as that would be very unfortunate if we were to run into some trouble. But it's okay, we're going to stay around the middle layer of the mine in order to do this hunting. As I know yesterday I was watching some people stream a bit of Stardew Valley, and I saw that one of the areas we could get the emerald from is on that layer, so we'll definitely try hunting there. It's definitely very interesting seeing our energy go up now that we have the star drop that we found in the last session. Because, man, star drops are just so good. There's a limited supply of them in the game, but every time you consume one, your energy increases. So they are very much worth it if you're planning to do a lot of farm work in this game. Definitely want to make it a point of trying to get as many star drops as we can. As we get farther and farther into this stream series, as we go for the years, it'll definitely be interesting to see all the things we can do. For the time being, let's drop down into the mine for a bit. After what I know last time, let's head to floor 60. I came here to find an emerald, and I find a diamond. What is with this game and my luck for finding diamonds? Oh man, that definitely makes me feel better about the last session being scrapped, because, oh boy, that is a good one. Ooh, winter root. That will be good for making some recipes, as the roots platter is a very useful recipe for us to make, especially if we're doing some work in the mines. But yeah, we'll be checking out just the caves around here to see if we can find those jewels. So the last couple of days have seen a great deal of some new developments for me, for the most part. I of course have been working a lot over the last couple of days, but thankfully I've had yesterday, today, and tomorrow scheduled to be free of work, so I don't have to worry about keeping too busy. And I'm hoping things throughout the rest of February are going to be a bit easier. I did schedule a week off later in the end of February, which I'm definitely looking forward to, since I've been working almost non-stop throughout this whole pandemic, so I'm definitely going to be enjoying that time off. It'll be definitely good to get some more progress in some of the games I've been playing, and with some of the artwork I've been doing. Which, speaking of which, I have also been doing some more art with Adobe Fresco. Still getting used to the program, but I think it's going to work out very fine. Especially with one of the things I've been doing, because I've been drawing this one piece involving one of my OCs that I kind of used to vent certain feelings. And definitely with this next one, I'm really liking how it turns out with both the poses and the perspective, and I'm almost done with it. I just need to finish shading it, and then it should be good. Not really going to talk too much about it, though, because just because the actual subject matter of the image is not really part of the brand I'm trying to build from my Twitch stream, so We're going to hold off on going into too many details about that particular art form. But yeah, still a lot of fun. Definitely like doing a lot of drawing these days. Especially with how things have been lately. We definitely need some distractions to keep us not focusing on all the crap that's been going on in the world. Also, I want to say, being an artist for a long time, I just do not care for NFTs. Like, I know this thing has, like, really boomed in popularity, or I want to say infamy these days, but it's not something that I care for. It's not in my taste to do that kind of thing, and I want nothing to do with that kind of business. It just doesn't seem like a good thing to do. Wow, there's a jade deposit. It actually makes up for the jades that I found in the last session that had to be scrapped. So I'm definitely thankful for that. It's getting foggy, so we're getting a bat swarm in here. The guy's always helpful for breaking certain rocks so you can get to some ore deposits. And I really do love this new bone sword. It's just so good at clearing out enemies. Speaking of easily being able to do things, I'm very thankful that in the last sessions we managed to finally build the... we were able to fix the mine carts, so that we're able to easily travel all across the areas in Stardew. Definitely very grateful for that. It is a very nice new addition to our world map, and definitely allows us to access a lot of good things. Let's sell one of the jades. We really don't need too many of those in storage. And we'll sell a quartz as well. Okay, so we got some Omni Geodes that we can crack open when we get access to... yeah, we should be able to visit Clint tomorrow. This hazelnut we can sell, and then we have a... Oh yeah, the winter root we can take inside. We'll store that in the fridge for later. Actually, right now, might as well make a couple roots platters right now. Just a very good recipe to have for later. Very useful for when we're going into the mines, especially a bit later on. So yeah, we'll probably see if we can get a few more rounds in the mines to see if we can try to find the emerald. I'm also thinking maybe we could try... Yeah, with some of the things I have planned, we are definitely going to need to... Ah, geez, I just remember there was one thing we did in the last session that I didn't get to do right here. I'm kind of nervous right now because things are a little unstable right now, I can tell. Just with my connection right now. Just gonna leave it a bit so that things can hopefully stabilize, maybe. Okay, things are looking a bit better. I just don't want to, like, ruin this session by, like, saving the game, but then just the internet just completely craps out, and then we don't have a good stream in terms of visuals. Okay, things are good. So we can move on to day 18. We don't have many days left here in fall. Welcome to Kozu 5. So, it's going to be clear and sunny. That's good. And for living off the land. Winter's almost here. Make sure you have enough hay stored up to feed your animals over the winter. When all the grass dies out, each silo can hold 240 pieces of hay. So make sure to do the math and figure out if you need to build any more. So that's definitely something we could work on, and trying to make sure we have enough hay for our animals. We definitely have a good supply of hay, but we could gather a bit more. So of course, if you want to gather hay, you will need to use the scythe for that. And yeah, as the TV was indicating, fall is going to be the last season that we are going to see grass on the farm for quite a while. As once we transition to winter, grass will no longer be growing. That's definitely something to keep in mind for the future. Alright, let's check some of these plants. So we're definitely going to need some more gold quality vegetables for this Pierre mission. Oh, we only need one more gold quality crop. Oh, that is really good. That's really good. If we can find one more gold quality vegetable, then we are going to be good, and this mission will be nice and complete. Are you looking forward to seeing the reward we're going to get for Pierre? Because all of these notice board missions are just really good at giving you a lot of good quality rewards. They're just so good. Alright, we got a couple cranberries there. They do not count as vegetables, sadly, so we can't cash in those gold quality ones. But this should be pretty much done in just a few more days. It's pretty much guaranteed to get another gold vegetable given the quality of the fertilizer we've been using for our crops. So that'll be good. I'm still a little nervous about the stability of things. We should probably be good. Let's put all these in there. The mushrooms can go there. I want to check to see if we need any cranberries for the future. Given some of the recipes that we're going to be doing, yeah, we have enough cranberries, I feel. It's always good to have a nice supply of these just in case. Alright, so we got the geodes we need to take to Clint. Let's check on the animals. And then, I'm thinking we will go check in with our good friend Marnie. It's actually pretty lucky that we encountered that one certain mineral when we were in the mines earlier, because that's one of Marnie's favorite items, and it just so happens to be her birthday. Just check on the animals right quick. So yep, our sturgeon is just chilling out alone. It's going to be a while before the sturgeon gets another partner, but hopefully it will be happening pretty soon. Excuse me, I need to milk you. There we go. Okay, we can sell those, and then we should be good. Alright, I'm trying to remember some of the things Marnie likes. I'm just gonna quickly look this up. And then we will have all this ready. Okay, yeah, she likes a few things, normally recipes, but she also really likes diamonds. Just want to quickly look over some of the things we have. Oh yeah, one of the items she likes is the farmer's lunch, so why don't we give that to her? But yeah, she likes a lot of recipes as well as diamonds, so those are ideal gifts to give to Marnie. Especially if you're looking to get her friendship up in order to complete the mission with the lost undergarments. I still can't believe they actually went there with the implications of why the underwear is in Marnie's room. Oh man, this game is so creative, I tell ya. Here, Marnie. You remember my birthday! Thank you! This is great! I couldn't help but notice you're not going to the counter, Marnie. Marnie? Okay, I guess we're not going to be able to do that until a bit later. Okay, Marnie's just going to do her own thing, I guess. It's kind of annoying that some days certain villagers won't be at their stores. Just kind of something you have to deal with this community. Everyone has their set schedules. Alright, let's take these geodes over to Clint and crack them open. Then I'm thinking we can do a bit of resource gathering, because we are going to need quite a few resources for the builds that we're going to be making in the near future. Alright, let's crack these suckers open. It's got some soapstone. And kyanite. That is very pretty. That is a jasper. And another kyanite. Alright, it's got some things that Gunfer can tell us about. Well, specifically, they are things that we can donate to the museum. So let's do that. This will get us some much-needed rewards, hopefully. Well, we'll get some rewards very soon, once we donate some more things. Really do like the look of that kyanite. It kind of looks like a sapphire to me, which I always find kind of weird about this game, how there are no sapphires. There are rubies and emeralds, but no sapphires. Kind of weird to me. Alright, so for one of the builds we're going to do, we need to get our barn upgraded. And to do that, we are going to need at least 12,000 gold. And then we are going to need 450 pieces of wood and 200 pieces of stone. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do to gather those materials. Luckily, we have wood in abundance on the farm, which is also good for us just to clear some space out as we gather some resources. Be nice just to take care of this. And while we're focusing on wood gathering, something else we could discuss. It's definitely one of the things that I have been doing in between the stream sessions is I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because this game is just so amazing. I really cannot understate just how much this game really means to me. Especially as a long-term Pokemon fan. And yeah, things are good. I just finished up the third area of the game, and I moved on to the fourth area, the Coronet Highlands. It's definitely been an interesting area to investigate, how it's a mostly mountainous area. And it's definitely been very cool to get to explore the mountain and just kind of see all the different things you're able to do up there. Especially with a lot of the Pokemon you're able to find, obviously. Still very good. So I'm quite pleased with how things have been going. Like, one of my main focus I've been doing in the game, besides the story, is I've really been focusing on trying to get the Pokedex filled up. And it's definitely been an arduous task. But I am very happy with things have been lately in the game. Like, I always try to make it a goal of whatever Pokemon game I'm playing to complete the Pokedex the first time I play it. And for this game, it's definitely one of the key features of the game. Like, it's just amazing to me how much the Pokedex gets so much attention in this game, and you really do feel like you're a researcher getting to document all these Pokemon and learn so much about them just from seeing the way they behave in the overworld and from seeing them in battle and what moves they can use and getting to challenge like these really powerful alpha Pokemon as well. Man, it's just such a good time, just a great experience. Especially as someone who's been in the series since the original generation, so man, this game is just wonderful. I can't get enough of it. But I don't want it to, like, really take up my time compared to some other things I have been doing. Namely with my artwork and some other things. Okay, I want to see if we could check in with Marnie now. No, she's not here. I know that the ranch isn't open until yeah, closes at 4, so yeah. A little too late on that, but it's okay. We can try checking in with Marnie a little bit later and see what we can do. Because there is a new resident I want to have on the farm, and we can't really do anything about that until later. Okay, we have all the wood we're gonna need. So now what we need is stone. Wait, actually, yeah, we have all the wood. Okay, gathering the stone is going to be a bit more tricky, as it's going to require going into the mountain for that. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, especially because we need to go there anyway to find the emerald we need. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's take the back way because I want to make sure we get our energy up first. I am really hoping that this session turns out better than the last one. I can already see that things are still a bit choppy, but it is better than last time, I want to say. So hopefully things get a bit more stable. I swear, there's something I have to do about my setup that's just going to try to improve things. It's like, I really don't know what I'm going to do to, like, really stabilize things on my end. But we can see. I might have to make this a shorter session depending on how the stability goes. But I guess something else that I can discuss, since we're just casually doing some mining very soon. Something that I feel is very important for me right now, especially with how things have been in the world lately, is I've been definitely cooking a lot more meals for myself. And I'm trying to limit the amount of times I try to grab fast food, especially Subway, because it can definitely be very fattening, and it's always good just to prepare meals yourself. Definitely a lot healthier. And with some of the stuff I do, I mainly try to eat chicken and rice when I cook for myself. So that's always my go-to meal, and it's always very delicious. Ooh, that ghost dropped a ghost fish. How very fitting. So yeah, I definitely really enjoy cooking for myself. Definitely a nice pastime, while also being just a healthy alternative just to grabbing fast food every day. Definitely want to grab as much stone as we can as we go through here. Let's get some other things I could talk about. So I haven't really been seeing a whole lot of movies lately, especially with how things have been with COVID and just not being a good opportunity for us to go to the theater and stuff. But there are some stuff I am thinking of checking out when things start to settle down. And hopefully when things are a bit better and safer. But who knows if things are truly going to be safe this time. Sometimes I just feel really exhausted with this pandemic, especially when it comes to my work and when people come to the store and they're not really paying attention to a lot of safety regulations most of the time. Because I swear, people think that just because they're vaccinated, they don't need to cover themselves, and it's just totally bogus. But yeah, that's just kind of what we have to deal with. Not exactly the most pleasant thing going on in the world right now. But it is the world we live in, and we have to make the best of this moment to try to preserve what little sanity we have. Okay, it looks like there's nothing really on this floor we need, and it is almost 11. Yeah, let's get out of here. Go away, you! But yeah, I really want things to get better soon. I really don't know when things are going to improve. Oh, the pale ale's ready. Good. We can sell that. And the ghost fish. Alright, so definitely want to deliver that to Pam. Let's put that there for now, along with the geodes that we need to crack. Alright, the roe and ancient fruit jelly is ready. That's good. We'll be making a lot of good money off of that. Thermal boots. We could dispose of that somewhere. And we'll put the plum in there for now. Just don't really need the thermal boots for anything, as we have our firewalker boots. Always very good. And definitely something I want to say as we're going into this next one. Yeah, definitely making some good money. This will definitely support our projects. Forecast for tomorrow going to be clear and sunny. It's good to hear. Oh, hello there, Marnie. Good morning, Mr. Hayden. I came by to ask you a favor since you're such a kind neighbor. You see, I'm trying to train my goats to say hello, but they simply won't pay attention to me unless I have their favorite treat, cake carrots. So, since I'm scared of the mines, I thought, well, maybe you would bring me a cake carrot when you have the chance. There's no pressure, but if you want to, just swing by my house between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. with a cake carrot. You'll make an old girl very happy. Bye! It's got a new mission from Marnie. I believe this mission you get from her when you build your... It's either one that just naturally comes up this season, or if you build up your friendship with her. Dear neighbor, when I'm not taking care of animals, I like to experiment in the kitchen. Since we become friends, I want to share some recipes with you. Hope you'll like this, Marnie. So now we have the recipe for pale broth. So that one is finally a use for the white algae that can be collected on certain areas. And she gave us some hay, that's good for the animals. Hayden, I'd like to buy a pumpkin from you. My daughter and I want to carve a jack-o'-lantern for the upcoming Spiritsy Festival, Carolang. Okay, so definitely need to take care of that. And speaking of things that need to take care of, I can see over here that one of the trees that we have been growing is finally blossomed. So got ourselves a full-grown mahogany tree. You'll definitely want to grow plenty of these because they drop hardwood. It's definitely a good use for the mahogany seeds that you've been collecting all throughout. And since they can drop mahogany seeds, we can just plant those in a few places to get another harvest of those. It's very good. Alright, still gonna need more stones. We'll definitely want to head into the mine again today. Let's add some more hay to the silo. Actually kind of full on hay at the moment. Alright. I know the perfect place we can store this. Over here. In with the milk pail. I feel like that's a good place for that. definitely sometime soon I want to try to improve our storage, especially with some of our items, because it's getting a little crowded in some of the chests we have, and having a better storage area would definitely make things a lot more convenient for us. Alright, we got this bok choy all grown. And with that, we have all of the vegetables we need in order to complete this mission. Woo! That makes me happy. That makes me happy indeed. Alright, I think we have an artichoke already in the fridge. Just want to make sure because those artichokes are pretty elusive. So I'm pretty sure we got that one from from the mixed seeds we've been getting. Now, normally that is an item that you wouldn't get until much later in the game, as you don't normally find those in year 1. Okay, with that harvest, we are pretty much done with most of the stuff we're doing this season. Just need to grab the 25 vegetables we need to complete Pierre's mission. He's gonna need to take those to the produce box in his shop. We'll get to see what that's all about very soon. Let's pick up these mushrooms first. It's definitely going to be a busy day between delivering these vegetables to Pierre, doing some things with Marnie. Is there anything we could... Those are preserve jars. We really don't need... Actually, some pickles would be good to have to boost our relations with Harvey. We could definitely consider that. Alright, definitely one of the things I want to do is take this fairy honey, and we'll put that in the keg, as that will make us some nice, tasty mead. Definitely going to be a good use for the honey that we can gather. Oh boy. Well, things there were, like, really crazy for a second. Okay, I'm hoping things stay a bit more stable. I know things these days have been kind of crazy. Just want things to be nice and stable so we have a good stream session. We don't have an artichoke in storage. So I might want to save one of those. So it will be useful for a recipe in the near future. But yeah, we finally have a use for some white algae. Have we been collecting any white algae from our missions? So I think I've actually been putting some of the white algae in the bin compared to some other things. Yeah, we haven't really been obtaining some white algae, but we finally have a good use for it, being able to make that into some things. So I think I am going to pickle this bok choy just so we can give that as a gift to Harvey, because he likes pickles. Okay, this day is steadily running out, so why don't we just quickly gather up these eggs. Say hello to the chickies. Get this one processed into mayonnaise. And let's go pay Marnie a visit. We got the cave carrot she needs, and we can take care of this one thing I've definitely been hyping up. As long as she's actually in there. Alright, time for another cutscene. Oh, you brought the cave carrot. Thank you so much, Mr. Hayden. This looks great. I almost want to eat it myself. Almost. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you, Marnie. You've definitely been a big help to me. But what I want to do now is buy a duck. You're only able to raise these animals once you have the big coop. And they are definitely going to be helpful. Since you are a green little birdie, we'll call you Moss. Great, I'll send little Moss to her new home right away. That'll be definitely good. So ducks, as you would expect, are a definite improvement over the chickens we've had. They only lay eggs every other day, but their eggs are going to be higher in value. So you'll definitely want to invest in ducks. They are a good animal to have on the farm. So look around here. I think we can locate our little ducky somewhere around here. She must be hiding somewhere in the grass. Ah, there she is. She's a little baby, so we have to wait a while before she starts laying eggs. But that'll be very helpful to us. Okay, we have all this stuff to take care of, so let us go. Given how much money we have right now, I'm actually thinking we could try donating some money to the community center. Just want to check one of the things we can do. Yeah, in a little bit, we'll definitely be able to afford that. Alright, given the time... Oh, hello there, Gus, what's up? Oh, hello there, buddy. You doing okay? I'm just looking over last month's earnings, and it's not looking very good, Hayden. The worst thing, and I hate to say this because she's my friend, is Pam. She hasn't paid off her tab in weeks. But I can't ask her to do it. I know she'll get defensive. I don't want to hurt her feelings. Hayden, you gotta help me. Hiya! Gus, I'm awful thirsty if you catch my drift. Well, okay, Pam. Hayden, what's going on here? The saloon isn't doing well financially. It isn't? That's terrible. Oh. Well, I guess I better pay off that tab then. Thanks, Pam. And thank you, Hayden. Now, let's get you that drink, Pam. Pamela is an interesting character here in Stardew Valley. Not one of my favorites, but she is interesting. Where is she right now? So I need to give her this drink. She's not at the saloon right now. I do know that she tends to hang out at Joja Mart, so we could try checking for her there. Stay there, horsey. There she is. Oh, Pam, I got you your beer. Give me that. Ah, that's the stuff. It's real nice and hoppy. Notes of citrus and pine, but with a robust body to keep it grounded. Thanks, kid. This means a lot to me. I know I could count on you. She may be an alcoholic, but she is a cultured alcoholic. She knows her stuff. And that we're able to make a little bit of money from doing that. Oh yeah, we have that pumpkin carving mission we need to do. Yeah, we could definitely take care of that. I just want to get these geodes processed first. Then we need to go gather up all that produce and take it to Pierre's. Alright, so that is Esperite. And in these Omni Geodes, we got some copper and some gold. Okay, not the best harvest, but that's still good. Okay, so let's head down to the farm, and then we should be good. And I don't want to say things in the stream haven't been unsalvageable, but I definitely wish things were a bit more stable. Okay, so we're going to need to bring 25 crops over to Pierre. Luckily, I've definitely been growing an abundance of crops, so we don't need to worry about delivering everything. I mainly want to try to save the pumpkins. So we need 25, so we'll take 1, 11, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then we'll grab the 1 pumpkin for, what was it? Caroline. Alright, sure, we'll take care of that for her. We haven't really interacted with Caroline much throughout this game. Definitely kind of one of those characters that just hangs in the back, and it's just kind of there to be a mother to one of the characters. But that's fine. Oh, we finally got this. So it's time to see one of Abigail's story missions. Hayden! You scared me sneaking into my room like that. So I've been playing Journey of the Prairie King for hours, and I can't even beat the first level. This game's writ- hang on. Okay, that was really weird. Just my screen went off on me. Hang on a second. I have an idea what caused that. We should be good now. Okay, back to the game. Well, either that, I'm just terrible at it. Hey, do you want to try this level together with me? I think I might do better with your help. Sure thing, Abigail. So, this is a good time as any to cover this. Also, I like the fact this is being played on an SNES. Welcome to Journey of the Prairie King. We got ourselves a little mini game inside of Stardew Valley. So we're able to move around and shoot at the various targets. I believe they're supposed to be goblins. And just a fun little adventure you can do just to fight a bunch of enemies and try to advance in the game as far as you can. Gods, what hit us? That was crazy. Yeah, we're just going to try to beat this. So we're able to do quite a few different things here. And that got a little weird. Just gotta kill as many of these goblins as you can in order to proceed. You're able to fire your gun in multiple directions, and wow, that's a lot of monsters. Get out of here, you. Oh, this is bad. This is bad, 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 bad. Oh, no, careful. Careful. Get him, Abigail! They're coming from every direction. Okay, yeah, this mini game is pretty stressful, requires a lot of concentration in order to do. So you can imagine here. So when you defeat enemies, they can drop a variety of things that can definitely help you. So I got a thing that gives me rapid fire. This is very helpful. And enemies can also drop coins. Those can be used to... buy certain things as you advance deeper into this game. But we should be just about done this level here. Kills these enemies. And there we go. We finished the first stage. Hey, that was fun! Well, thanks, Hayden. You seem to really know your way around a joystick, huh? I guess that makes sense. We're an alpha gamer. Alright, sadly, the actual stream doesn't really give the best demonstration of that whole thing, as I can clearly see in the preview. Man, this has been a really weird session. But yeah, Journey of the Prairie King is definitely interesting. You can play the full version of it in the Stardrop Saloon. You just find it off to the side, and you're just able to play it whenever you want. It's pretty fun. Just take all these crops we've gathered and put them in there. So that completes that mission, giving us a ton of money. Okay, yeah, we can definitely afford that one thing we needed to take care of. And how about we take this pumpkin and try to find Caroline. She tends to hang out in a few places. Okay, she's not here. So she could be outside. She could be at the... So I actually don't really have too good of an idea where she could be. Oh yeah, it's Friday, so people are going to start coming into the saloon. So I don't think Caroline will be in there at the moment. She may go in there later. Speaking of Friday, we could check in with the traveling merchant and see what they have going on. Just want to see if we can find Caroline somewhere around town. No, she's not around here. This would be really messed up, but we could check Joja Mart. I don't want to think she's at Joja Mart, especially because she'd essentially be betraying her husband's business. No, it doesn't look like she's here. So luckily we don't have to worry about a time limit on this mission, so we can go find Caroline whenever. Just want to check if she is here. No. Yeah, there are a few places I could definitely see her being, but doesn't seem to be here at the moment. Okay, we can check in with Caroline whenever, so I think it'd be alright just to see what we are able to do. So what are we gonna do for the rest of this day? So I'm thinking, just because of how unstable things have been in this session, we're probably gonna call things an hour earlier than we usually do. At least in these last few days, we're able to make up a bit for the time that we didn't really get to spend yesterday. And I am planning to do another stream tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be able to fill in a bit more time. So I definitely have quite a few days off. That's probably for the best. I definitely want to get some bit farther into Pokemon at the moment. Okay, how about we make some blackberry jelly? And with these remaining crops, yeah, we'll definitely need to save a pumpkin, but we don't really need you for anything right now besides the gems. Okay, so we're gonna need an amethyst, a jade, a ruby, a topaz, and then the last one is a Yeah, then the last one we need is a emerald. Just store those in there for now, just as a quick reminder of what I need to do. Okay, we'll sell these eggplants. And as for the pumpkins, I think we have some pumpkins in storage, so we don't really need to worry about storing a bunch of these. Yeah, we have a pumpkin in storage already. Alright, so we'll sell... Yeah, we got another pumpkin harvest coming, so we can sell all those. And for the remainder of this day... Oh, the mead got done. So mead is a expect from an alcoholic beverage that will put you in a drunk state should you consume it, so be careful. So I think we'll actually make use of those coffee beans and put those in the keg now. It's a good way to make ourselves some coffee, which is always one of the better resources you can make in this game. Alright, let's head down to the mine to see if we're able to find, like, one last chance of this emerald before we call things today. So in terms of some things I'm going to be doing for the rest of tonight, one of my friends is actually going to be doing a charity stream along with a bunch of other people, and they're going to be playing some Mario Party, and it should be a good time with them. So definitely check them out while I'm playing some Legends Arceus, and make sure that everyone's having a good time. Definitely fun to play one of these big games while you're also watching other people play games. Okay, there's a frozen tear here and a topaz, but I still haven't found the emerald. I know emeralds are a very rare gem, but come on, this stream session started with me finding a diamond. The least you could do is give me the one gem I need to complete this mission. I'm also thinking recently with one of the other bulletin board missions I did in one of my other farms, how I was able to find one of the things I needed for a mission on the last day that I could do that mission. So yeah, this game is definitely crazy like that when it comes to certain item drops. Either you have really good luck and find it, or you just don't. But luckily, once we do find an emerald, I'm definitely going to hold on to it so that we don't have a repeat of this when we do get this mission again. Just on the off chance that we do not find it at the end of this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we got it today. But that's okay. We'll definitely have more chances to get this done. Oh, okay, that's fair. It's a frickin' hour after the start of the stream, suddenly things have stabilized again. Okay, so we might actually go a bit longer. Okay, game, I see what you're playing at. You kidding me? An amethyst deposit? Oh, there's a purple rock. What does it have? What does it have? Yeah, the emeralds! Oh, that's some good luck. That is some very good luck. Things are getting a little unstable again. Okay, so we might actually have to end things. Ooh, that's actually good. We got an emerald we can give to Gunfer, and then one we can have for the rock rejuvenation. Okay, things are stabilizing again, so yeah, we might be able to do another day, depending on how stable things go for the remainder of this. And there's the coffee. Definitely one of the best things you can have. Alright, Frozen Geode we'll definitely want to take. Alright, that emerald will be going to Gunfer, and then we have these ones here for Emily. That's very good. Okay, things are getting a little unstable right now. Just keep flip-flopping between whether I want to continue this stream or end things. Okay, things really aren't back to normal right now, so yeah, we might be calling it here. Even still, I'm glad that we were able to get done the amount of stuff that I wanted to get done. And hopefully things will be a bit better tomorrow, as I'm definitely planning on streaming tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of work done as we steadily make our way to the end of fall. It's definitely had a good harvest today, especially with the plants we were able to give to Pierre. I'm still debating whether I want to end things off here. Okay, I think we are going to end things early. That was still a very productive stream, all things considered. Wish we could have gotten a bit more done, but we'll still be able to get some stuff done for the next one, so... Okay, and hopefully we will have enough resources to do some of the other things I had planned. But, yeah, we'll get the barn upgrade pretty soon. So with that said, we are going to call things here. Next time on Stardew Valley, we are going to get that barn upgraded. Finally. And hopefully get a bit more progress in as we make our way to the end of fall. Until next time, have a good day, and take care.